My next guest is back in action October 29th, taking on Waldo Cortes-Acosta. It's Jared Vanderaa back here on the program. Jared, how are you, man?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
No complaints? Where are you headed to? I see you're in the car right now.
I'm heading home. I just got to Vegas about 4 hours ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, I
Gotcha.
got here 4 hours ago. That's a lot quicker of a trip than planned.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I got here, went to the PI to do some things. Um, and because I was supposed to do it a little bit later, one of the time slots got opened early, and they're like, "Hey, you want to jump on this?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Save me some time, and I might be lucky enough to avoid traffic once I hit
Yeah.
San Bernardino area. Fucking
Yeah.
hate
Well,
that
they,
area.
yeah, no, for sure. I've been in California. The traffic is atrocious, so I don't envy that whatsoever. How long is the drive for you to get to Vegas?
Uh, Legally 4 hours.
Okay, I like the way you said that. That's understandable. That makes sense. Now, it looked like you got some notice for this fight. Did you get a full camp? When did you find out?
Yes. So this camp, so far it's been, I want to say, 10 weeks already.
Okay, so plenty of time.
Yeah, so it's been about 10 to 8 weeks, I believe, and I got 3.5 more to go.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, we mentioned it there, the 29th. Were you surprised at all to get another fight? Again, because you never know with the UFC. Sometimes they're, when it comes to contracts, they can just release you at any point. Was this a surprise, or were you expecting to fight out your contract?
I was hoping to be able to fight out my contract, considering I've accepted more than 7 short notice fights for
Yeah.
them.
Mhm.
So I was like, "Hey, can I at least get my last?" And sure enough, they're like, "Yeah, you've hooked us up, so we'll let you work your way out." I'm like, "Cool." And
Okay.
so I've switched teams. Uh, I've tried to change as much as I can going into this fight, so I have a better chance of winning. Uh, and yeah, I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure I stay in the UFC with a win.
Where are you training now?
I'm at King's MMA.
Oh, cool. With Rafael
Yeah,
Cordero. That's great.
yeah, a small gym.
Mhm.
You might have heard a few of their guys.
No, for sure. They have actually a star-studded lineup over there. So, what was the connection there? How did you end up training, and why did you choose them as opposed to other gyms?
So I kind of shopped around first. I've been there like once or twice back when Sean was with Dan's, and he was like, "Yo, come to Kings with me one of these days." And I rolled up with him, and so I kind of had that. But that was like years and years ago. But it wasn't until I went shopping around. I just really liked the vibe. Like I just
Mhm.
liked everything about them. I liked, like, I don't know. The environment was a very fun, welcoming environment, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Kings. And I went to other ones, and I didn't care for the environment. The people were a little too narcissistic for me to be comfortable with, and Kings, no one seemed like their ego was bigger than anyone else's. Everyone seems grounded, well rounded, and just down to earth. So
That's
I was
cool.
like, I like this vibe. I really like the vibe. The only downside is uh, language barriers. Like half the gym speaks Portuguese, the other half speaks like Italian. I want to say a couple of the members speak Arabic, and then the rest speak English. So they'll be like they'll teach class sometimes half in Portuguese, half in English. So you're just like, okay, I think I know what he meant here,
Right.
and trying to figure out the Portuguese. But honestly, though, I really enjoy Kings, and it's been so far a great ride with them.
Let's talk about your opponent here. He's got a 7-0 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Stylistically, Muay Thai fighter versus boxer. I also have my black belt jiu-jitsu that I need to actually use in a fight. That'd be cool. I think stylistically for me, he's one of my favorite matchups because I've technically been every traditional boxer that I have faced. So that leans into my favor mentally. The dude does have a big right hand. I was actually watching some film on him yesterday. I try to watch it like I watch stuff once, so I literally watched everything yesterday. So he has a very big right hand, and I heard he played MLB, and one of the commentators, not MLB, but minor leagues.
Oh, cool.
So, and he had like a fastball of like 100 miles. So I'm like, I see that, like how he swings this. I'm like, I see where the fastball came from.
Right.
But he looks like he's hard. Good wrestling. Great wrestling defense, actually. So, you know, getting him to the ground is not going to be an easy feat if I wanted to take it there. I mean, I could always jump guard, but then I'd shame my own self for doing that. But, I mean, I'm going for the win one way or another. So if I have to pull guard, I will pull guard and cry about it later.
You mentioned King's MMA. Who have you mainly been working with as far as training partners?
One of my major training partners is Danilo. I don't know his last name off the top of my head. It's like Marquez or something like that.
Yeah, it's more. I was going to say Marquez. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not that big. He's like 6'6", 250. So, good boxer. His jiu-jitsu is fucking phenomenal. But I've been working with him a lot. I think working with him a lot is definitely preparing me a lot for this fight. Just because this dude and Danilo both have really good boxing backgrounds. And it's nice having someone being a heavyweight that's well-rounded to actually give you more looks. Like when I was fighting Chase, I remember when Chase hit me with a beautiful 1-2 down the center, like boom, boom. Like at that second, I was like, I don't have motherfuckers hitting me like this at my gym.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, and like normally you don't want to give your opponent credit during the fight, but you're like, damn, that 1-2 was crisp.
Mm-hmm.
But having Danilo, hit me with like that, I'm like, this is where I need to be. And
Good.
It's been honestly a positive environment. Everything I have to say about Kings has been good. So
awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. And on that note, who will be in your corner for this fight?
That is still up in the air because
Okay.
I don't even I haven't talked to them about that. It could be Rafael to Usmar to even Danilo. So I just haven't sat down and talked to him, and I'm just kind of like going playing things by ear, just because I'm new to Kings now, and I don't want to go into Kings being like, oh, this is how I run my practices.
Yeah.
This is how I want to. Doesn't matter what I want because it didn't work for me the last 4 fights. I'm going to Kings, so I'm being very open, seeing what they're like, how they want to run it, and I'll go from there. I'm not like I'm happy that Rafael has taken full control of my camp. He's like, yo, we're doing this on this day. And I'm like, cool. No objections from me.
How's this fight playing out on October 29th?
I am personally looking for a finish. I'm over going to the decision. I'm looking for a finish.
Have you heard about Bo Nickel? He just won on Contender Series this week. He's going to be making his UFC debut in December with just 3 fights. Have you been paying attention to him? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know it. I know him. I don't I don't know his accolades that made him very famous, like his wrestling price and stuff like that. I've seen him fight. I actually watched the Contender Series pretty religiously, and I think my boy Jamal was on the same card he was on.
Yeah.
His first time around. So yeah, no, I saw him win, and the dude's grappling is just stupid. He just grabs a leg and wins.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna be a fun prospect. I would like to see what he does.
Yeah, we'll have to see that later. And we got to watch you, man. October 29th, UFC Fight Night. Jared, thanks so much for doing this, especially on the drive. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, I'll give you the last word.
Thank you for having me. I always appreciate being on the show. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. If you want to find me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all under Jared Vanderaa. If you want to follow my crazy escapades of being a father.